3, validity, reliability, and objectivity in assessment. We are in Chapter 1 of our textbook, where we're looking at the validity and assessment relevance. So have a look at this image. So here is a man, and he is saying, for a fair selection, everybody has to take the same exam. Please climb that tree. And there's a dog, and a seal, and a fish, and an elephant, and a penguin, and a monkey, and a bird. And the expectation is that they have to all climb this tree. Now, take a moment and think about this. So this is what our education system is asking of children. So Albert Einstein said that everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live its whole life believing that it is stupid. And similarly, I like to pose the scenario of a doctor in a waiting room. So you have 5 patients in a waiting room, and one person has a cough, another one has a bleeding arm, another one has a temperature, and so forth. And the doctor comes in and says to everybody, okay, open your mouth, I'm going to give you all cough medicine, and off you go. Now that doesn't solve the problem of that individual person, and we have that similar problem in our classroom that we have to overcome, where we have multiple learning styles within the classroom that we need to accommodate for. So what is validity? So this refers to the extent that a measurement measures what it is supposed to and not something else. So the measurement is known as true. And then what is reliability? This is the trustworthiness of the results. So can the same interpretation of the results be made later or in different circumstances? And is there consistency in those assessment results? So here's a nice visual that shows you about reliability and validity. So reliability means that the results are consistent, and validity means that these results satisfy the objectives. So there are 3 types of validity that we look at in assessment: face value, content validity, and construct validity. Now, face value refers to the apparent worth or the implication of something. So within assessment, face value refers to the parents. So here's a little teacher conference, the parents and the child, and it looks at their perception of the assessment. So it refers to the fact that an assessment proves to be valid at first glance. So, for example, when parents look at the assessment, it appears that the assessment set out to determine what the teacher was meant to measure. And it also looks at the motivational value to the students. So, is this an assessment task that's actually linked to the life world? Something that the parents would understand. Next, we have content validity. And this looks at how valid it is according to the experts. And the experts in this case would be the teacher. So is the assessment comprehensive? Is it developmentally appropriate for the learners? And does it take the learning styles of each learner into consideration? And lastly, we have construct validity. And this talks to the purpose of the assessment. So is the information that's collected, does that information provide certain information and feedback that the assessment is trying to achieve? So, for example, this teacher is testing words. So here you've got your letters. We're not going to be assessing here if the boy in this picture knows how to write the letters. That's not what we're testing. We are testing, can the boy take these letters and make 4-letter words? Now, how do we obtain reliable and valid assessments? And they kind of go hand in hand, even though your textbook does put them in two categories, but you'll see they're very similar. So for reliability, we're looking at performing more than one assessment of the same learning task. You can also record any negative events that happen, such as if there are distractions, or maybe the child says that they're feeling unwell, and you can take that into consideration. You also need to plan for multiple occasions for learners to demonstrate that skill. And then, is the assessment valid? We need to ensure that we assess learners in various situations, that we confirm the results using other assessment methods, and that we collect sufficient information about each learner.